In this lecture, we are going to optimize our website for the errors or optimizations that are shown by page speed insights in the previous lecture. Here comes the recommendations by page speed insights regarding the optimized images. Let's deal with this later. In this lecture, we are going to reduce this leverage browser caching and eliminate render blocking JavaScript and CSS in the above fold content. Also, we are going to minify the CSS. I'm going to show you two different types of techniques to do this. Why two techniques? Can there be a one solution which serves all these? This is because even with the same server configuration, different WordPress websites acts differently for different types of plugin setups. That's why in this lecture, we are going to configure this total cache plugin completely to deal with the optimizations shown by PageSpeed Insights. If it doesn't solve these issues, then we will move to the second technique where we are going to install some other plugins and they will act together instead of this total cache and they will solve these issues. I have two other websites hosted on the same server, but for one website, when I configured total cache plugin completely, it solved all the issues shown by PageSpeed Insights. Whereas for another website, it didn't solve the issues shown by PageSpeed Insights. So let's try configuring total cache first. Let me enable disk enhanced for page cache and click save all settings. See, the disk enhanced is not working in this website. So let me try disk basic, which should work. If disk enhanced works for your website setup, then go for disk enhanced. If it doesn't, then move to disk basic. As we have seen in the previous lectures, enable minify and click manual, then click save all settings. Also double check that the tick mark is checked. If it's unchecked, then we need to change some of the settings to make it enabled. Also double check that the object cache and browser cache are enabled. Now move to browser cache tab. Here you need to click set lost modified header, set expires header, set cache control header, set entity tag, set W3 total cache header. If HTTP compression is enabled for your server site-wide, then untick this because compressing the same content twice doesn't give you a higher compression but just unnecessarily takes the resources of your server. If your server doesn't compresses your content, then you should tick this checkbox. Also choose don't set cookies for static files. These are the common settings that are applied for all these sections. For example, CSS, JS, HTML, XML, media and other files. Now click save all settings. Once you have saved these settings, click empty the page cache button. Now come to page cache settings. Check cache feeds and then cache 404 not found pages. If you are using disk enhanced method, then uncheck this checkbox and then click save all settings. Now comes the last and most important part, which is minify settings. Here make sure that the rewrite URL structure is enabled. Now click this help button. You can see that this jquery.js, jquery-migrate.min.js, all these files are also shown in remove render blocking JavaScript by Google Page Speeds. Also, you can see that the style file, which is mentioned here, is mentioned by PageSpeed Insights here. So all these files should appear when you click Help Wizard. Now check all and then click Apply and Close. Come to JS Minify settings and click No blocking using JS. for both before head, after body, and before body. Also select preserved comment removal and line break removal. Now come to CSS. Don't click combine only and click preserved comment removal and line break removal. Now click save all settings. You should get this message, minify via disk is currently enabled. If it's disabled, then this method doesn't work for you and you need to try the second method that I am going to tell in the upcoming lectures. Now empty the minify cache, empty the page cache, and visit your website once so that to verify that the CSS is functioning correctly. If your website loads like this, that is, the CSS is tampered or damaged, in such case, you need to play with these settings a little bit. Let's choose line break removal in HTML and come to CSS. Here, untick preserved comment removal and untick line break removal. Now click save all settings. Instead of emptying the page cache and minify cache one by one, go to performance and click empty all caches. Now let's refresh our website. Still this CSS doesn't work well. So let's try combine only and click save all settings. Sometimes minification creates problems like this, and in such cases you need to use only combine only. If your site doesn't display well even after choosing combine only, then you need to uncheck the minification of CSS. So let's disable CSS minification and click save all settings. Now let's check our website. See, now it loads well, isn't it? So let's enable it back and let's delete this style CSS alone. And now click save all settings and try refreshing your website. So the only CSS file which creates problem for me is the style.css file. Other than that, I have minified all of the CSS file in my website and the site speed is considerably good compared to the previous site speed. Let's give another check in page speed insights. See, our render blocking for JavaScript files which appeared before have gone, and now only these three CSS files are blocking. Also, the server response time has got improved from 1.2 seconds to 0.82 seconds. So minifying JS is a success, but minifying CSS is comparatively a failure using W3 total catch. So let's try one more thing, that is inline CSS minification, and click save all settings. When you're trying in your website, do exactly in the order I have shown you, because inline CSS minification will remove the errors that are shown by PageSpeed Insights, but in some cases they may slow down the page loading time of your website. I have clicked empty the page cache button. Now let's refresh it. It will take some time to clear the cache and catch the page again. So we cannot rerun the test for 30 seconds. So once 30 seconds has passed, we can analyze again. Still, our CSS are mentioned as blocking resources. So using this total catch plugin is a partial success only. That is, we have optimized our JavaScript files from blocking to non-blocking, but we are not successful in minifying or unblocking these CSS files. So disable CSS minify settings and click save all settings. Now click empty all caches and check your website physically once. Now let's see GTmetrix speed too. So for the configuration of this website, W3 total cache doesn't improve the page load time or the page size or even the requests. So I'm going to try some other plugins, for example, Speed Booster and other plugins that are going to remove these errors or optimizations that are shown by PageSpeed Insights. In the next lecture, let's see how to install and configure Speed Booster plugin.